Jamel Redemption here, RBMDRT, repairing broken men by doing righteous things. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, share, comment. Today we're going to be talking about nasal breathing and pranayama. Here on RBMDRT, I touch on a lot of topics dealing with health and wellness and how that helps promote repairing broken men. We know here in the West, we have a society full of broken men. Even myself, I'm not only the client, I'm the player president. One of the key components to me rebuilding and repairing myself has been the way I breathe. I remember growing up, I was a mouth breather. Statistics show that 60% of Americans are mouth breathers. And unbeknownst to them, mouth breathing can cause a lot of issues, a lot of health issues, all the way down to obesity to high blood pressure. So nasal breathing is not only the proper way to breathe, but it also can alleviate the chances of you acquiring a lot of health issues. Knowledge of that fact has helped me maintain and gain a better sense of health and wellness. So what is nasal breathing and why is it important? I'm going to tell you. In the East, in India, they call it pranayama. Prana meaning breath, life. Yama meaning discipline, control. Pranayama, breath control. It's a key component of yoga. A lot of people who don't know what yoga really is, they just immediately assume that yoga is all about the stretching and the body positioning, which that is an important aspect of yoga, but the main component is the breath. If you went to a yogi practitioner and became a yogi learner, a yoga learner, a student of yoga, they would first teach you pranayama, how to breathe. See, breath is so important. You can go days without food. You could go days without water. But you can only go seconds without breath. That's why breath is so important. Our facial structure. You see a lot of kids, a lot of children who are mouth breathers. Their face hangs. They don't perform that well in school. They may have behavioral issues. That was me as a child because I was a mouth breather. I was like Bubba Gump out here. A lot of people suffer from lack of nasal breathing. Nasal breathing promotes the correct, proper amount of nitric oxide in your body. As air passes through our nasal cavities, we process that, we gain more oxygen. When you breathe through your mouth, like do it. See, your chest is gonna come out. But if you breathe through your nose, your diaphragm expands. And that's what we want. We want diaphragmatic breathing. You wanna breathe through your nose so you can be full of oxygen. You could be full of prana. So, nasal breathing is not only the proper way to breathe, but because we've been so stressed out in this society, we've been so misguided. Meditation and proper breathing practices are not really taught to us in the West as they should from youth. So a lot of us go through our whole life not knowing how to properly breathe. Like I was saying, nitric oxide plays an important role with a lot of functions in our bodies. And if we don't have the proper amount, our health fails, our health suffers. So try to practice nasal breathing a little bit more. If you notice that you breathe through your mouth a lot, practice nasal breathing. It will help you a whole lot. And I remember when I first started nasal breathing, I would find myself mouth breathing a lot. So I had to like focus on breathing through my mouth until it got to the point, breathing through my nose until it got to the point where I would wake up in the morning and I would realize that I had nasal breathed throughout the night. And I realized that when I was mouth breathing, I would wake up and my mouth would be dry, or I wouldn't feel like I had a good quality sleep. That's because a lot of people suffer from sleep apnea and all kind of sleeping disorders because they breathe predominantly through their mouth. Personally, I feel so much more of a quality sleep now that I'm a total nasal breather. So, like I said, practice more nasal breathing. You will retain and obtain better oxygen flow through your body, because see that abdominal movement? Now, if I was to breathe through my mouth, it would be just chest. We don't want all that oxygen just going to our chest. We want it to go through our body. We want our cells. We want our blood. We want every part of our body, all the molecules, to be filled with oxygen. That way we can obtain a better level of health. So if you can acknowledge the fact that you're a mouth breather right now, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Try to practice a better sense of nasal breathing. Thank you for watching. I'm Jamel Redemption.